it is important that you have a steady stream of new business, of new clients. It's very, very important. So you cannot just have clients today and just fall in love with your clients today and not search for new clients. The job of an entrepreneur, the job of a salesperson is to always ensure that your pipeline, your sales pipeline, is always full of new customers. Your job is to ensure that your sales pipeline is always full of new customers. So that means that you must always be having conversations with customers. You must always be having conversations with customers. Your pipe must be full because it is from the conversations that you lead to closed sales. Without conversations, there cannot be sales. So it is important that you get that you understand that. The more leads you have, the higher the probability that some of those leads will turn into paying customers. All right? It is important. It is important. Without customers, you don't have a business. Without a steady stream of customers, you don't have a sustainable business. All right? So I tell people all the time, you can skip a meal, but don't skip your time to prospect for new customers. So what are the steps through which you can use to get new customers? Number one, pick up the phone and call. Do you have a list of prospective customers? Do you have names and lists of people to call to buy from you? Because you see, nothing just happens. Anything that is successful that happens was created. Do you know how many sales calls I've made this morning? Guess how many calls I've made this morning between 8:30 to 9 o'clock before I started this class. You know how many calls I've made this morning? I have made 24 sales calls this morning. 24 sales calls this morning. And out of those 24 sales calls this morning, 5 people have paid for my product. I've made 24 sales calls this morning. I've made 24 sales calls this morning between 8:30 to 9 a.m. in the morning. And out of those 24 sales calls, 5 people have bought my product. That is over 30 something percent. So I don't just teach sales, I do it. I don't just teach it, I live it. I'm not a teacher. I'm a doer. About 24 sales calls, and after this Instagram live I'm doing, when I finish my coaching sessions with another client by 10 o'clock in the morning, I will do another 24 sales calls. That is how I'll be able to grow my business. All right, so one of the ways to get new clients is to pick up the phone and call. The telephone is an underrated and underestimated sales weapon. Your phone is a weapon. Use it. Your phone is a sales weapon. Use it. Your phone is a sales weapon. Use it. Only this morning alone, I have made 24 sales calls. And out of those 24 sales calls, 5 people have paid for my product and my service. How many calls have you made this morning? It's very, very important, and it has to be consistent. Joe Human, my brother from South Africa, how you doing, bro? Well done. Yeah. So the calls have got to be consistent. So the title of the topic of our discussion today is how to get new clients. And before I got into the strategies, I said that without customers, you don't have a business. Without a steady stream of customers, your business cannot grow. So the customers must come and it must be steady. And one way to do that is to pick up the phone and make those calls. You know how many sales calls I've made this morning? I've made 24 sales calls this morning. Between 8:30 to 9 a.m. this morning, I've just made 24 sales calls. And out of those 24 sales calls, 5 people have paid for my product and my service. That is over a 30% conversion rate. All right. And now after this Instagram live, I'm doing a coaching session with someone by 10 on Zoom. After that Zoom call, I'll jump on the phone again. I'll make more calls. And that is how I'll be able to build my business to this level. Do you make calls for your business? Do you even have numbers to call from? So that's the first point. Pick up the phone and make those sales calls. Very, very important. And by the way, if you want to learn how to sell, let me ask you guys a question. How would you like to get my exclusive sales videos every day for 1 year for only 30 naira per day, less than $1 per day? How many of you would like to have that? How many of you would like to have my sales videos 5 minutes a day in your email inbox every single day for 365 days? How many of you would like to have that? Say aye. In naira, it is just 30 naira per day. Who wants to have that? All right. So if it's something that you want to have, I have a good offer for you. I'm doing a webinar on the 30th of this month. I'm doing a webinar on the 30th of August called How to Increase Sales by Over 50% in 90 days or less. Now, usually when you attend a webinar, after the person finish teaching the webinar, all right, the person will go. But if you attend my webinar on the 30th of this month and you pay the 11,000 naira to attend the webinar, you will have access to my sales videos for 1 year, 365 days. Every day I will send you a sales video in your inbox. I just partnered with a company in Sweden, a technology company in Sweden called Prime Nuggets. So you will be getting my sales videos every day into your inbox from a Swedish company called Prime Nuggets. Who wants to register for that webinar right now? Say aye. Who wants to register for the webinar right now? Say aye. Good. So if you want to register for that webinar right now, go to the link in my Instagram bio right now. Just click on the link in my Instagram bio right now. Make your payment and come back to the class. It is just 11,000 naira. And that gives you access to my sales video for 1 year. You will get a replay of the webinar. You will get a free copy of my book, 15 Simple Ways to Speak Well in Public. If you pay right now, I will do a free coaching call for you for 10 minutes on the phone. So jump out, leave this call right now. Go to the link on my Instagram bio, pay, and then come back and say, Coach, done. Then I will speak to you for 10 minutes and just coach you on your business for 10 minutes free of charge. So go ahead and do that right now. Go ahead and do that right now. Book a coaching call with me. All right? Nahila Properties, Cradillo Kitties, everything, groceries, food stuff, Nigeria. So just go to the link in my Instagram bio and click on it, pay with your card, and then come back. And then let's continue the conversation. Okay. So I said the first way for you to get a new client is to pick up the phone and make those calls. Now, the thing about prospecting is that prospecting must be scheduled. It cannot be haphazard. It has to be scheduled. You say, you will block out time. All right, Food Stores Nigeria, you can click on the link in my Instagram bio now to get that offer. And I'm not doing the webinar alone. I'm doing the webinar with a very good friend of mine, John Obidi. All right, so it's 2 of us that are doing the webinar. All right, so and John has maybe like 300,000 people in his Facebook community. He understands Facebook like the back of his hand. The webinar is very, very cheap for 11,000 naira, and you will get access to my sales videos for 1 year, every single day. and you can use that video to teach your staff. So you don't need to even register your staff. Once you register yourself, you can use it to teach your staff. Who wants to register for that thing right now? Say aye. So click on the link in my Instagram bio right now, and then you'll get access to it. I don't know if this works. Yes, I think that's the link as well, but I don't know if that link works. Okay, so that's the link. Yeah, so that's the link as well. But you can click on the link in my Instagram bio. Yeah, good. So you pick up the phone, and it must be scheduled, because if your pipeline is not full, you will lose momentum. It has to be every day. It has to be scheduled. You have to do it every single day if you want to get results. That is the way you do prospecting. The second way through which you can get new clients is referrals. The second way through you can get new clients is referrals. Is asking your existing customers to refer you to other people. Asking your existing customers to refer you to people in their circle of influence. Now, there's a law called the law of 250. The law states that the average human being knows at least other 250 people. The average human being knows other 250 people. So what happens is that if somebody buys a product from you, the probability that they know somebody else that can afford that product from you is very, very high. Hey, my bro, the Caesar economist. All right, so the Zai economist, yeah. So if somebody buys something from you, the probability that people that other people that are in their circle of influence can also afford that property or that good or that service from you is extremely high as well. You know, very, very high as well. So as I spoke about the two ways to get new clients. The first way is to pick up your phone and make those sales calls. Now, I'm not telling you what I don't do. From 8:30 to 9 a.m. this morning, I have made 24 sales calls. And out of those 24 sales calls, 5 people paid for my product and my service. And that's over 30% conversion rate. I have made 24 sales calls this morning. And I made it myself. And out of those 24 sales calls, 5 people have paid for my product or my service. Because I picked up the phone and I called. Your phone does not bite. Pick up the phone and call. The phone is an underrated sales weapon. Use it to close more sales. Do you make sales calls? Do you have a list to even call from? I mean, you tell your guys to go and sell. So what is their list? So for that to happen, you must block out time. 8 o'clock to 8:30, I was making calls and I was doing nothing else. Did you get that? So that is it. Make those sales calls. Secondly, ask for the referrals. Ask for the referrals. Because if you don't ask for the referrals, they won't tell you. They won't give it to you. You are not their mom. You are not their father. You are not their cousin. Don't expect the customer to know. And they should know now. They should know now. They should recommend me now. They should refer me now. Life doesn't work that way. You are the one that will pick up the phone and ask for the referral. It's very, very important. That's the other way through which you can get a new customer. The third way through which you can get a new client, because that's the title of today's class, is when you teach and give value like this. So no matter what it is that you sell, let's say, I don't know, maybe you sell glasses, reading glasses like this, Let's say, for example, that's all you sell. So what you can do is that for you to get a new client, you can come online and teach people how to maintain their glasses, for example. How to clean their glasses, for example. You can educate people on the types of glasses to wear, for example. You can tell people the kind of glasses to wear when they are in front of their computer. You can tell people the kind of glasses to wear when they are outside. So you are educating, you are giving value. When you give value, you create goodwill. When you create goodwill, you should make an offer. When you make an offer, you will make a sale. Like I'm about to make an offer right now. I want to ask you guys a question. Quick one. How many of you would like to get my exclusive sales video every single day for 365 days in your inbox? You will get 5 minutes of my sales teaching every day for 1 year. How many of you would like to get that? Say aye. And you get that for only 30 naira per day. It's so cheap. So here's the thing. I'm doing a webinar on the 30th of this month, last Sunday of August. It's called How to Increase Your Sales by over 50% in 90 days or less. Now, usually when people attend a webinar, after the teacher of the webinar is finished, the person will go on their own. The person will just go, and that's the end of the webinar. But this case, my case is different. When you pay for my webinar for just 11,000 naira, you will get access to my sales videos for 1 year. Every day for 1 year, you will get a sales video into your email box. You can even use it to teach your staff. Every single day, you will get that. All right? So it's for 1 year, it's just 11,000 naira, and if you do the math, it's just 30 naira per day. Plus, you will get a replay of the webinar. Lim Foods. Lim Foods are the best, man. Guys, follow Lim Foods, man. All right, so you will get. Plus, you get a free copy of my book, 15 Simple Ways to Speak Well in Public. Wow! Nahila Prop just paid for the webinar. Fantastic. And I'm not the only one teaching the webinar. I've got my good friend, Mr. John Obidi, teaching alongside with me in the webinar. John has the biggest Facebook community right now in Nigeria, close to 300,000, about 300,000 people. So he understands Facebook like the back of his hand and how to make money from Facebook. Who wants to attend that webinar? Say aye. Who wants to attend that webinar? Say aye. Now, to attend that webinar is very simple. Just click on the link in my Instagram bio right now. Click on the link in my Instagram bio right now. Pay for it and come back and be like Nahila Properties that just said, I just did. Who wants to register for that webinar right now? Say aye. Good. So just Neni, yeah, NENIY 24. So just go to my Instagram bio right now, click on the link in my Instagram bio right now and pay and come back to the class and say, Coach, done. Just like this lady just did right now. All right, fantastic. All right, so pick up so the first one is pick up the phone and make the sales calls. The second thing that you would do if you want to, if you want to get more clients is to ask for the referrals. Very, very important that you ask for the referrals because of the law of 250. The law of 250 states that the average human being knows another 250 people. But a lot of times we don't take advantage of that. I cannot remember when somebody that I bought a product from called me and say, Paul, can you refer me to somebody? Many salespeople or many entrepreneurs, they are very, very lackadaisical about selling. They don't take it seriously. They are jokers. They are jokers and they expect the money to come. I told you guys this morning alone, I've made 24 sales calls this morning between 8:30 to 9 a.m. in the morning, and I've closed 5 of those calls. 5 of the people bought my product and my service. That's over 30% closing rates. Right? How many sales calls have you made this morning? We don't put in the work and then we expect the success to come. It's not going to happen. It will not happen that way. You need to put in the work. So ask for the referrals. Ask for the referrals. All right? Ask. Pick up the phone and ask and say, I know that you are happy with my product and my service. Can you refer me to 1 or 2 of your friends? And when they give you the phone numbers, you call. That is how you gather phone numbers to call. That's how you call. And when your staff see that you are making the calls, they will also pick up the phone and make those calls. Because without a steady stream of prospective customers, you will not make money. Without a steady stream of prospective customers, you will not make money. It's very important that you look at it that way. All right. So here again, like I said, I'm doing a webinar on the 30th of this month called How to Increase Your Sales by over 50% in 90 days or less. The The price of the webinar is 11,000 naira, but here's the catch. If you pay for that webinar, it gives you access to my sales videos, exclusive sales videos for 1 year. So for 1 year, every single day, for 11,000 naira, every single day, you will get 5 minutes of my sales talk into your email address. It's a powerful thing. You can use that to teach your staff. So every day you will get it into your inbox for 1 year for 11,000 naira. Now think about it. Most all webinars, if you attend a webinar, the person will teach and the person will go. You will go your way. But this one, because you paid 11,000 naira, you have access to my content for 1 year in your inbox, exclusive to you for 1 year. All right. So, and then you will get a replay of the webinar, the 2-hour plus webinar, right? And I'm not doing the webinar alone. I'm doing the webinar with my good friend, Mr. John Obidi, who is the #1 Facebook in Nigeria. Yes, John Obidi is the #1 Facebook guy in Nigeria. All right, he has over 300,000 people in the Facebook community. He knows Facebook like the back of his hand. He will also teach you how to make money from Facebook. And I will join all my sales strategies to teach you. Who wants to register for that webinar right now? Say I. Say I. Princess of Copywriting. You should register for that webinar. So to register for the webinar, there's a promo. It's 11,000 naira, and after 48 hours, I will increase the thing to like 20,000 naira. All right. So click on to register. To register is very simple. Go to my Instagram bio right now. Click on the link to register. I think it is also here. I don't know if this link will go, but click on the link in my Instagram bio right now to register for 11,000 naira. Is that good? Is that good? Good. Who wants to register right now? Say I. Who has registered? Let me celebrate you. Who has registered? Let me celebrate you. The value is too good to be true, right? All right. Realtor Raimot, have you registered? Have you done it? Pull the trigger, pull the buying trigger, pull the buying trigger, pull the buying trigger. Do it. This is so good, man. I got yellow lemon here. I've got ginger. I got turmeric. That's what I'm drinking. It's so good, so healthy. And then some warm water. It's very good. Yeah. Have you done that? Nahil Props, thank you very much for registering. Yeah, thank you very much. She has done it. Who else wants to register for that webinar right now? Say I. All right. Then the last way for you to get new clients, this is the last thing I'll say if I call the class off, is you do live videos like this and just teach. Give value. Give value. When you give value, you create new clients. You create a new client. Have you done it? Have you clicked on the link in my Instagram bio? So just click on the link in my Instagram bio right now, do it and come back and say done. Do it and come back and say done. I'm still here. I'm here till like 9:40, yeah? 9:40, 9:45, 9:45. So give value. You never fail by giving value. Just give value. When you give value, your value will trigger goodwill. When you trigger the goodwill, you'll make an offer. You must make the offer. Don't expect the customer to know. Some people don't make offers because they feel that the customer should know now that they should buy from me. How? Are you their father? Is the customer should know now? They should know. They should know on their own to buy from me. They should know. Some people don't make offer because they feel that it belittles them to ask people to buy from them. Really? Too bad. It doesn't do. Some people don't make offer because they feel that it belittles them. It is beneath their dignity to ask people to buy from them. Really? You'll be hungry. Because salespeople and entrepreneurs that don't sell, they have skinny children. As an entrepreneur, as a salesman, if you don't sell, your children will be skinny. They will be thin. But if you sell, you're going to have robust kids. Does anybody have a question to ask? Any questions? Any questions? Nahila Props. Nahila Props, please send me a DM. I'd like to chat with you. Well done. Thanks for paying for the class. Who else wants to register for the webinar? Say I. That's the webinar. Who else wants to register for the webinar? Say I. Who else wants to register for the webinar? Say I. So, thank you guys for coming for the class. Any questions? What have you learned so far? What have you learned so far today? Tola, you just joined us. What have you learned so far today, guys? What did you learn? Do you use cold call scripts to prospect, or it is spontaneous? No, I use a script. Fabian, I use a script. And if you register for that webinar, I'm going to teach you how to develop your own script. If you register for the webinar, I'll teach you how to develop your own script. So Fabian, go ahead and register for the webinar. Click on the link in my Instagram bio right now and register for it. You want to do that because the value is much. I hope I'm having skinny children is not functioning of not doing well as it because I have some job. I was just joking about that. Benga, I was just joking about that. You know I was just joking about that, Benga. It's just a catchy phrase. Alright? Yeah. Yeah. Who else? What have you learned today? So Fabian, are you going to do that? Are you going to register now? Fabian, are you going to register now? Alright, so let me recap the things I've said today. It's about how to get a new customer, how to get new clients in your business. I said, without new and steady clients, your business will fail. Without new and steady clients, your business will fail. I'm just recapping. I said that don't assume that clients know that you want to sell. You must make an offer. You must make an offer. I said that you should block out time to make sales calls for your business. I said I between 8:30 to 9 a.m. this morning, I have made 24 sales calls. And out of those 24 sales calls, I closed 5 sales this morning before I jumped on this Instagram live. And after this Instagram live, I have a coaching session with a client of mine by 10 o'clock in the morning. After my coaching session with her, after that, I will jump on the phone again. I'll keep making sales calls today. That is what has helped me to move from selling recharge card on the road to where I am today. I sell, because I believe that what I have is of value. Do you make sales calls? That's why I say attend the webinar that I'm doing on the 30th of this month of August. It's called How to Increase Sales by Over 50% in 90 days or less. And I said that usually after a webinar, when you finish teaching of the webinar, they go their separate ways. But in this webinar, it's different. Because you paid 11,000 to attend my webinar, you will get access to my sales videos every day for 1 year. From now till next 2021 August, you'll be getting my sales videos exclusive in your inbox every single day. Who wants to register for the webinar? Say I. Then you get a replay of the webinar. And I'm not teaching the webinar alone. I'm teaching it with my good friend, Mr. John Obidi, that has over 300,000 people in his Facebook group. He understands how to make money from Facebook. 11,000 naira, 1 year access to my sales videos, a replay, and a free copy of my book, 15 Simple Ways to Speak Well in Public. Come on, man. This offer is too good to be true. Come on, man. If you don't pay now, I will raise the price to 20,000 in the next 48 hours. Who wants to register for that webinar right now? Say I. Who wants to register? I will show you the secret of how I make over 40 calls per day to close sales. I will show you how to develop your own sales script that can help you close more sales fast. Who wants to register for the webinar right now? Say I. Who wants to register for the webinar right now? Say I. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Who else wants to register for the webinar? Say I. All right. So thank you guys for coming for today's class. What are your takeaways? What did you learn? What did you learn? As I wrap it up, what did you learn? Thank you, and God bless you.